Hello and welcome, my fellow truth seekers and delusional optimists. I am GEMiNi the Alchemist, taking flight to you today to restore the love of the truth and to establish peace and prosperity. In this video, we will be discussing what frequency is, how to raise your frequency, and how to utilize your new height and frequency to manifest. So firstly, a lot of people get frequency and vibration conflated, and they are not the same. Frequency is how frequently a certain vibration is being experienced. Like if you look at a sound wave, a wave has peaks and troughs. It also has how frequently it's hitting those peaks and those troughs. So the fundamental question for how do I raise my frequency is how often do I frequent the things that raise my vibration? Now, for you, you might not need something else that someone else needs to raise your vibration, right? You might be someone who just needs the simple things in life. Shoot, you're someone who you wake up and you read a good book for the day. That's all you needed. You feel wonderful. Some people, they need to wake up and get their priorities out of the way. They're thinking about the million tasks on the whiteboard, and they're just wired differently than you. So this video is more in place for you to philosophize on these things than for me to give you the specific things, because I can't tell you what you need for your own fulfillment. However, what I can tell you is that, like all things, there's a mind, body, and soul to raising your frequency. You have a frequency on all planes of existence. You have a frequency on how frequently you go to the gym, body. How frequently you do yoga, body. How frequently you're putting high vibrational foods in your body. So things like that would be what elevates the body. Getting earth beneath your feet, getting sunlight, getting quality breaths, using your nose to breathe instead of your mouth. So you have water, like I said, and the body is then associated with the mind. You free the body, you free the mind. But the mind also needs meditation. The mind needs learning. The mind needs stimulation. It needs exploration. Then you have the soul. So the soul is how much order do you have, right? How much order do you have in your space? How much order do you have in your time? How much order do you have in the frequency of everything else that you know is a priority for you in your life? So the more you raise your frequency for your mind, your body, and your soul, now you've elevated. You've elevated your body, you've elevated your mind, and you've elevated your soul. Now you have a higher perspective on how to maintain your vibration beyond the fact that you've programmed it into your schedule. Now, as far as programming it into your schedule, I recommend you check out my video on how to utilize astrology to organize your time, because if you look at the actual intentions for how the names of the days of the week get their names, you realize that there is a sacred order and structure to the days of the week. And if you intentionally follow the energies associated with the days of the week, as well as incorporating it into your schedule, so that you know you have time installed for all of the things that you prioritize, you will realize that your frequency raises dramatically, because you're utilizing time as a resource. Instead of fearing the lack thereof time, now you're utilizing time abundantly. You've turned yourself into a generator. So what do I mean by that? Think about a water turbine, right? You drop a water turbine in a river, and it's just generating electricity. It's just utilizing the current. That's how you utilize your frequency to manifest. That is the best picture of utilizing your frequency to manifest. You're just utilizing the current. So when you have things structured into your time, you know, okay, I have 3 days a week scheduled into my week to exercise. By utilizing that structure of time, now you're just slowly going up. Your vibration is raising how you feel because of your physical release, but you're also, your mindset's developing because you're getting better at dealing with pain, but you're also achieving your goals of how you want to look. So that's raising your vibration, but because your frequency is up on all those things, you're also then getting the the manifested outcomes, right? That's what manifesting is. It's getting the outcomes you want and doing the work necessary to achieve those outcomes. Too many people think that manifesting is as simple as being, oh, well, I'm gonna be the generator and just hop down in the river. Well, it's like, well, do you have the resources to purchase a generator? Do you know how to create a generator? Do you have the box to attach the generator to store the energy? Like, there's lots of elements in place that you have to have before you can be a successful manifesting generator. You need fuel for a manifesting generator. Like, too many people think of manifestation as, well, I just need to go from point A to point B, so I'm just gonna hop in a car. Well, do you have a car? Like, it's the same spiral, right? So now that you've established that concept and you can think that concept, how do you install more things to be a better generator, right? So in finances, being a better generator, well, you know that you need traffic to come to your offer, for example. So how do I get traffic? Well, I make content. I release content. How frequently? What grade of a quality vibration can I release this in with the best frequency? Right? There's so many ways that you can apply your frequency to manifesting, because it's not just your vibration. You don't have to feel great every single day to manifest. And I think some people think they need to feel great every day to manifest. Not the case. However, when you feel great and you've installed things into your space and time to make sure you feel great, you will definitely manifest at a greater frequency when you're already on a high vibration. For example, the other day, I went out by myself specifically to program my mind, body, and soul to get used to and comfortable with going out and having fun by myself in any environment, particularly an environment I was unfamiliar with, right? I was exploring. I was getting used to exploring again, because when I was a kid, I used to be totally fun and cool with going and exploring all the time. But as I've gotten older and these like fear assessments of the world have been projected onto me, I've realized I've done that less and less, and for no truthfully substantiated reason. That wasn't just perceived fear, right? So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have fun, and perceived fear can even be, oh, well, I might not have fun because I'm not with other people, right? And so I went out regardless, like, had a good time, was interacting with new people, and because of that, my social confidence was growing, EXP points and things of that nature. And sure enough, I'm having a conversation with a stranger who was actually someone who needed an audio engineer in the area, so that was a W, raised the frequency of how frequently I will have client work in my area for music. And while I'm having this fun conversation, this dude walks over and say, hey, I want to buy both of y'all a drink. Like, I just fuck with y'all energy. Like, I fuck with your hair. And bought me a drink and gave me this GEMiNi chain. All right, dude wasn't even a Gemini. Tell me why he had a GEMiNi chain for me. Like, dude just, he knew I was going to be there intuitively, I guess. I don't fucking know. But because I was having fun on a high vibration and I was following the intentions I had set for myself and I executed, I received a manifested payout that I wasn't even expecting, right? I wasn't expecting anything, but I set an intention to have a high vibration, and because of that, the frequency of how often a good thing happened to me, went up as well, because I put myself in the position for it. So you have to put yourself in the position for the current, for your turbines to spin, to raise your inner spiral of your vibration for how frequently you feel that way. And as you do more things in your life to do that, you manifest better outcomes, and better outcomes allow you to keep elevating, right? As you put in the financial work, you'll have more freedom to go out more and do things of that nature, or to invest in more symbols that give you power, that make you feel tapped into the energies that you aspire to experience. So with all of that being said, you can see the symbols I have on me now. I have my GEMiNi chain. GEMiNi cane, that would be that would be pretty fly. I ain't gonna cap. I have my key right here, Hexbreaker. You know, Hexbreaker, getting keys, unlocking better paradigms every single day. Got my sunglasses on, so one, the bright light here wouldn't be impactful, but also, you know, just feel dripped out. You know what I'm saying? I see why some of my favorite creators wear sunglasses in videos. It's pretty fun. I like the energy I'm experiencing right now. Got my hair structured how it is to remind me of balancing myself every single day, to remind myself of spiritual warfare and overcoming spiritual warfare and manifesting better paradigms. I got my delusional shirt on right now for y'all to go fuck with in the description. They're half off at the moment of delusionalsociety.us. We are the delusional optimists. We are the people, and we all are seeking better paradigms for ourselves and those we love and care about. So with that being said, I hope this video has inspired you to think high and rise, to pursue truth in all things, and to manifest peace and prosperity for yourself and those you love and care about. It don't even go no further than that. If you have more questions or comments or concerns about frequency and vibration or additions, you know, like I said, comments to add to a concept in this video that I might not have mentioned or you might be aware of and have something to share, please comment it down below or go in the description and join my Discord server, Delusional Optimist Society, and we can have an awesome conversation as a group about that and manifest even cooler conversations and outcomes from it. So with all that being said, I'm GEMiNi the Alchemist. I hope you have loved and enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and do all the things I mentioned. Check out the description. There's lots of cool stuff in there. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. This has been Saturn Day. About to start a new week. Hope your new week is wonderful and beautiful as today is in itself. Lots of love, lots of smiles. And dang, why is this dude still filming? Because I'm just having a good time, man. And I hope you are too.